If you are familiar with the concept of the flipped classroom, you know that lectures are typically delivered through video lecture. Recently, there has become a push to create shorter videos. This may result in breaking up one larger lecture into 2 or 3 smaller lectures, but the push is to create shorter videos so that the shorter attention spans of young students are not limiting them from accessing the information. Instead of giving a lot of information out all at once, information is given out in smaller chunks but more regularly. Virtual reality is another trend that is not necessarily well understood by everyone in education. When virtual reality was first introduced to the public, it required a headset and a large bank account. But today, virtual reality simply consists of, for example, online science labs. Why would you force a sixth grader to reconstruct the apparatuses used 200 years ago by Charles Boyle when you could enter a virtual classroom through the internet and simply manipulate those apparatuses which are already constructed from the comfort of your computer? The third trend I would like to cover here is gamification. Most humans enjoy playing games, whether they are individual games or collaborative games, hyper competitive games, or simply inwardly competitive games. Gamifying your lessons or the content or some aspect of the lesson allows students to draw interest from their own competitive nature. The most common way that I have seen gamification happen in classrooms is the use of Kahoot, which is an online platform, when executing assessments. The next trend I'd like to mention is augmented reality. Different from virtual reality, in augmented reality, sounds, text, or images are superimposed over the view of a real world situation or image. If you have ever seen the movie Minority Report, or you've ever used the Pokemon Go app, you have seen augmented reality in action. Augmented reality, through some sort of application on a mobile device, could be used to impose some sort of user interface over something that is typically less interesting to the student, like a traditional physical textbook. The next trend I'd like to mention is scenario-based e-learning. As opposed to a typical e-learning course, in which case you may sit down and click your way through some random test questions and be done, in a scenario-based e-learning system, the student has input in the next step of their learning adventure. This is very, very reminiscent of the old choose your own adventure stories, but implemented in the classroom. This may end up in a lot of front-loading work for the teacher, but it creates a highly interactive system that allows learners to choose their own journey through the content in a non-linear fashion.